I think it's time to talk a little bit about the sink installation. So whenever we do the sink installation, obviously one thing you have to do that we've already done here is you've got to put the holes in for the faucets. So you would just use a hole saw for that. You can do that as we've done here on a 4-inch spread. You can do an 8-inch spread, do a single one. Just a simple hole saw will do that. But whenever it comes time to set the sink, you do have to have some mechanical fastening there to hold the sink in. So really there's 3 ways that you can do this. One way that you can do it is called a type F screw. So that's pretty easy. You would just go into the material with that F screw. The one thing that you do have to remember is this. How thick is this material? 1/2 inch. Okay, so you want to go through the material. You've got to make sure that you're watching that. But the 2 probably most popular methods that we see, one is called a roto lock. And I think Alan has a couple of roto locks there. But roto lock is really simple. It's like a little T-post if you look at that. And all you do is just kind of clean the surface. You then score it up just a little bit with sandpaper, just rough that surface up. You take an epoxy, a 2-part type of epoxy or acrylic adhesive. We have that in our fabrication information. And you just glue that right onto the sink. That sets that stem for you to be able to attach your sink to that. The other method that Daniel is actually going to show us today is something called a keep nut. So a keep nut is an inset nut there that you can do and be able to mount this sink. So he's going to show that. So he's going to drill a little bit of a keep nut hole here just to show you what it looks like. So you can see there, the most important thing Daniel has is that stop on his drill. That way he doesn't go strike oil with there. But he drills just a little hole in there. And then what you've got is a little setter where you just tap with a hammer and tap that nut in. And then you've got it there, twist it, and you've got your keep nut set right there. Normally, whenever you're doing something like a vanity, you would put 4 around there just to kind of secure that sink. If you're doing a kitchen sink, you may want to do 6 or 8, just depending on how big it is. And, you know, it's really a nice way that you can go in there. What I will tell you is this. Once you get something bonded into this product, it's not going to move. So just to give you a little flavor for this is kind of like a cooking show demonstration. We'll show you the cake now that we made it. So this is a sink installation that we had done. So you'll see they had used the keep nut methodology here and used the wing nuts to put that on and the brackets to keep that in. And you can see how they've got those 4 set there. So really nice and easy. Easy way to do that. Now, if we were going to install this sink on the cabinet, what we would do is we would take 100% silicone. It's got to be 100% silicone. You would run a bead around the perimeter here on 3 sides, just right around these 3 sides. And then on the back, you would just dot every 4 inches.